Well, here we go. Our first taste at the Tenant 2.0 era of Doctor Who. In order to help children in need, Tenant and a few other choice characters made a minisode to help the children in need, as is tradition with Doctor Who. I'd like to think this is just a bit of canon, and it will be referenced, or maybe not. But with the first of the new episodes coming out in about a week at the time of this recording, I think, I'm going for it. I'm reviewing this minisode just for the heck of it. So, it starts on Skaro, the homeworld of the Daleks. And who walks into the room to check on his nervous assistant? But Davros. Only, as I said, he walked into the room. He's played by the same actor who played Davros in the last two appearances of his character. But he's not blind. His head's not bulbous and bald. He has both his hands. And he looks human. Actually human. And he looks great, by the way. Exactly as I would picture Davros before his injuries. Anyway, he informs his assistant that mutation is inevitable for the Khalid race, and he's planned for this, and unveils to the assistant the next generation of Khalid existence, the Mark III travel machine with a crystal ray for extermination, although it hasn't been called extermination yet, bonded polycarbide armor, and a multi-use claw. Doesn't that look intimidating? And awesomely classic! Unfortunately, while they both realize that the new machine should be an anagram, or named an anagram of the word Khalid, they just can't quite put the letters together. So, in order to collect his thoughts, Davros leaves the room, ordering the assistant to touch nothing. And then we hear that familiar sound. The TARDIS comes in. Wham! Slams into the side of the room, knocking the arm claw thing off the machine, and out steps the new old doctor, or the old new doctor. Take your pick. And he's like, hey, what's going on? Where am I? And then he sees the Dalek, and he's like, what's a Dalek doing here? Where am I? And the assistant's like, oh, you're on Skaro. And also, I like the name Dalek. Then the doctor casually comments that he's lucky he wasn't exterminated. And the assistant also likes that word and keeps jotting notes down on his little pad thing. And the doctor's like, oh, shoot. This is some kind of genesis of the Daleks. And he comments that the timeline and the canon, he does say the word canon, is getting all messed up. And he realizes he's got to get the duck out of Fudge before he runs into himself. As in the Fourth Doctor. But the assistant points out that he wrecked the Dalek's arm thingy. So, instead of reattaching it, maybe saving it for the Executioner Dalek when the Restoration Empire comes calling. He goes back into the TARDIS, grabs a plunger and tosses it to the assistant, and begs him to tell everyone that the Doctor was not here. Keep it a secret. Shh. And so he leaves. And in a panic, the assistant snaps the plunger onto the Dalek's broken socket. Davros walks back in and comments that he likes it. So, that's basically the long and short of the first taste of Tennant's new old Doctor. The short is on YouTube. Look for Destination Skaro. I really can't do it justice without just showing you the whole thing, but I doubt YouTube would let me. So see it for yourself. And rest assured, when the new episodes proper come along, I'll be right there reviewing each one. And until then, this is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, history is not set in stone. It's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and rest assured, when you travel with the Doctor, you really get to find yourself several times over in several alternate versions. And somewhere out in the multiverse, Amy Pond is still flirting with herself. See you later.